Now that we've explored a little bit about Smart Notebook, we know that we have our usage tools and our annotation tools here. Today we want to look at the sidebar tools right here. The first one is your Pages tool, all the way at the top here. All of your pages will be listed in a line here, just like in a PowerPoint. You can add pages or remove them. Now that we have pages, we want to see what we can add to them. The first one here is our pictures and content. Here you can see that there's a lot of content already listed for you and organized in categories. You can see when I move down through the categories that it gives me a lot of options. When I select one, I have a drop-down menu of even more options. This will help me find a specific page or maybe a specific tool. I could search something like history and find a map that I need. If I can't find what I'm looking for, I can always come up here to the search bar and type in exactly what I want. Let's try weather. You can see here it's limited my options at the top. I still have a search bar. If I were to come up to the search bar and type something like geography, you can see I have 672 results. Below here, I could see favorites or perhaps maps that I might need. Everything is organized in folders to help me find it. Let's try Asia. When I go inside the folder, you can see I have pictures that I could pull from or particular resources. Now I just have to grab it and pull it onto my page. So this map of Africa just snaps right into place, and you can see when I come back to my pages, it's right here. So let's remove this map and start with a fresh page. The next tab on the left is my Attachments tab. Here, it'll list any files that I put onto this page that I can interact with. Down at the bottom, I have two options. The first one, when I select it, brings up the search menu from my computer. The next one is to insert a hyperlink. When I select the globe, I put in the hyperlink and whatever display name I want my students to see. Then I insert link. Now that I can add pictures and files and links to my Smart Notebook, we're going to come over here on the left-hand side to the tab that has an A. This is my Fill Effects tab. This will help me decorate my Smart Notebook to make it a little bit more attractive for the students. I can select a solid color, like green or red. Or if I didn't want something so solid, I could choose a gradient. Here I can select a color combination and even how I want to align the blending of the colors, down here at the bottom. So I can select vertical or maybe forward diagonal, and it'll change my options. I even have an option for no fill at the top. Below that is patterns, if I have a grid or a specific thing I'm looking for. And even below that is image fill. If I select browse below here, it'll bring the pop-out box to search my computer, and I can put a single picture that I really want my students to focus on. The last tab I want to look at on the left here is my Add-ons tab. This can also be found up here at the top in my menu. On the left, you can see I have a lot of options for interactivity, such as adding an image. When I want to add a picture, all I have to do is search it in the search bar, and then I select either clip art or pictures. Everything that I can find here is free use, so I don't have to worry about any copyright infringement. I pull it onto my page, and then I can edit the format so I can make it as large or as small as I want. The source is down here in the corner. If I'm looking for something a little bit more engaging, I might want to add a video. Here I have a couple options. The first would be to add the URL directly. I can copy it from somewhere like YouTube. When I post it in here, my video will be entered into my Smart Notebook. The other option I have would be to search for a video. When I select search, you can see I have an option here to search whatever topic I'm looking for. Let's try the solar system. Every video that comes up is free for educational use, so I also don't have to worry about copyright infringement. I find a video that works for me, select it, and then choose Add Video. Now my video is input into my page, and I can play it right from here. You can see that this works just like a normal video play box, where I can fast forward or rewind. So adding a video has never been simpler. Now we want to look at your smart blocks. When you select smart blocks, you can see I have a lot of options down here: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, even exponents and square roots. I also have an unknown blocks, which will allow students to guess how the numbers are interacting. To add this to my page, I grab and pull it onto my Smart Notebook page. Once I've selected it, I can then draw in some numbers. Let's add 3, 4, 7, and 9. Now that I have some numbers on my page to interact with, I draw a line from the number to the smart block, and you can see it registers here. Since this is an addition block, it'll give me the addition answer to any two numbers that I choose. If I remove the line, it breaks the block. Then I'm free to select another number and continue on. For the higher levels, we have GeoGebra. When you select GeoGebra, I now have a search bar to go through all of their pre-made materials. This will help me explain my concept to my students. The other option is to insert the GeoGebra widget. This gives me an interactive workspace for my students and myself. They can add points or intersections. I can add a line or even a polygon. If I add a line, I choose my starting point, my end point, and you can see all of the information shows up on the left. If I'm searching their resources, let's try dependent variables. When I search dependent variables, you can see I have a lot of resources that will come up to help me in my lesson.